Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect. I'm going to do this lesson again. The title of it is called We Are in a Great Position. Okay, an excellent tactical position in this spiritual war that we're in. Just going to go ahead and put it up like this, more of a traditional video because the screen recorder has been giving me some issues. But basically, just wanted to go into how when we're analyzing our steps in our walk, and just from where we were in the world till now, if we're in this truth right now, we're in an excellent position. We are certainly in the end times. We can see evidence of that everywhere. And, as we pay more and more attention to prophecy and to the signs of the times, we understand that us having this knowledge is really, because since we have it, we, only can remember what it was like to not have it. But imagine these people right now that don't have the truth. Like, they really aren't going to know what the hell to do in these times. So just wanted to remind brothers of that. Let me go ahead and start off with the book of Ezra. Chapter 4. Let me see here. All right. So this is Ezra chapter 4, and I'm going to start at verse 9. It says, Then wrote Rehum the chancellor and Shimshai the scribe and the rest of their companions, the Denites, the Apharsathites, the Tarpelites, the Apharsites, the Archivites, the Babylonians, the Susanchites, the Dehavites, and the Elamites, and the rest of the nations whom the great and noble Asnapar brought over and set the cities of Samaria, and the rest that are on this side the river at such a time. So the other nations, when they saw the Israelites rebuilding the temple and the city, Jerusalem, that was destroyed and sacked and burned down by the Babylonians, when these other nations saw the Israelites rebuilding that temple, they got angry, they got scared, they got offended, they scorned, they scoffed, to the point where they complained to the man that was in power at that time, which was Artaxerxes. And so these other nations, seeing us build this spiritual temple now, the third temple, they're going to complain. They're going to try to prevent that from happening. But this is prophecy. It can't be stopped. It can't be postponed. And so it's inevitable. And so I'm going to keep reading here. Verse 11, it says, This is the copy of the letter that they sent unto him, even unto Artaxerxes the king. Thy servants, the men on this side the river, and at such a time, be it known unto the king that the Jews which came up from thee to us are come unto Jerusalem, building the rebellious and bad city. They call Jerusalem rebellious and bad because they know that when the Israelites are in authority, we force our authority upon these other nations, and they can't worship their gods. They have to be subservient unto us. And so, being bugged out, they obviously wanted to not be under the rule of Israel. You see? And so it's the same thing now. That's why these other nations are so scared, particularly these Edomites, because they have the most to lose. But I'm going to keep reading. It says, building the rebellious and the bad city, and have set up the walls thereof, and joined the foundations. Be it known unto the king that if this city be builded and the walls set up again, then they will not pay you toll. Then they will not pay toll, tribute, and custom, and so thou shalt and damage the revenue of the kings. So these other nations don't want the Israelites to come fully together in unison and in understanding of the scriptures, because they know that it's going to damage their enterprise. You see? And so they petitioned essentially to halt the building of the temple. And that's what they're trying to do right now. The foundation, which is Yahushua, has been laid down. That chief cornerstone is set in place. And we're just building it up, building it up, building it up, building it up, growing in the faith, coming out of the world and into this knowledge, man. And they don't like that. But that doesn't stop. That's not going to stop us. Lord willing, we're those men. Next scripture I wanted to get was Matthew, the 5th chapter, the 11th verse. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. These are the words of Yahushua. Okay? When men revile us and they rebuke us and they mock the fact that we believe in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, it sounds strange to them because they didn't grow up hearing that as a child. It wasn't cool to, never really has been cool to just worship Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, you know? And so now people look down on it. But the scripture says, blessed are those, blessed are those people who are reviled for the name of Yahushua, man. It says, rejoice, verse 12, rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. And so the same thing that happened thousands of years ago, when our people stoned, when our people, did all types of detrimental things to the prophets. Those same people that did those things are going to have the same mindset towards the same group of people that were prophesying in these days. You see? But Yahushua said, blessed are you, okay, when men shall revile you and persecute you. So we know persecution is coming, but the Son of the Most High himself said that we're blessed. So if we're blessed, how can we argue against that? So let me see here. Next scripture I wanted to get was in Isaiah. Yeah, let me get that in Isaiah real quick. Isaiah chapter 50, and I think I want to start at 11. I'll start at verse 7, man. This is Isaiah chapter 50, verse 7. It says, for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua will help me, therefore shall I not be confounded. See, the reason why the Lord allows us to be able to bring forth this truth in such a persistent and consistent manner and in such a accurate way is because he's with us. We weren't this smart, because we may look smart when we bringing out these facts. It's the Lord through, the angels bringing us information and reminding us of what to say, precepts to go with it, that's the way, that's what the Lord does for his men. We know that. We know that. You know, when it's time to do the work, the Lord's mouth speaks, man. I'll say it like that. And it just, just thinking about these things, man, it just had me, in a grateful mood, these last few days. So anyway, it says, therefore have I set my face like a flint, and I know that I shall not be ashamed, because we know that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is on our side. And so who can overthrow us when the Lord is on our side? There's no you can't beat the Most High. So if the Most High is for us, then you can't beat us. Lord, that's why we say Lord willing with those men. This is Psalms chapter 118 verse 6. It says, Yahweh is on my side, I will not fear. What can man do unto me? And it's just a beautiful position to be in, man. Like I said, fighting the spiritual war that we're in right now is about to get tight. We're doing the drills that's necessary for us to perform efficiently when that day comes. And this is gonna come such a these people, man. I would just just people watching, looking at different people, man, and the mindsets of our people and the lifestyle of our people, especially my generation. I'm just looking at these jakes, man. They don't know what the hell is about to come, man. They don't really know. They don't know why they're here. They don't know why things are the way they are. They just are going along with every damn thing, man. And a man of understanding is going to seek out why are things the way that they are. This truth brings answers to that, man. I mean, we bring it out all the time, but it's just ringing in my mind right now. I'm going to just bring it out real quick. Isaiah 33:6. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is his treasure. Like I wasn't even gonna do the lesson. Really, like I wasn't really feeling it. I mean, I don't even know what time it is. I'm sure it's past 12 right now. I wasn't even feeling, because I did it twice yesterday. The audio got cut off, so I had to take it down when I found it out. Second time it didn't save, And the Most High, man, will stir your mind up. He'll stir your spirit up. I was just sitting in the bed. I was like, man, I can't go sleep, man. I just got, the spirit quickened me, man, to make this video. That's just how it is. That's just how it is, man. And so when we're in the mindset of being on one accord with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, we know that since he's invincible, if he wants to make us invincible, that's what's going to happen. An example of that is in the book of Daniel. With, that's what Nebuchadnezzar called them, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. But we have examples of these things, man. So people can scoff and mock all they want to, man. I mean, I believe, Lord willing. I continue to believe. And so, Isaiah chapter 50, verse 8, it says, he is near that justifieth me. Who will contend with me? Let us stand together. Who is mine adversary? Let him come near to me. See, we're boasting in the Most High, man. We know, this is Isaiah right here. We know that Isaiah had that confidence in the Lord. And if we claim to be the prophets of the Most High, we got to have that confidence, baby, with faith, just think about these things. And we're in a great position. We could be a 2/3. We could be a fucking heathen. We Israelites. And on top of that, we in the truth in these last days, man. I couldn't think of a better position to be in right now. I couldn't think of one. I couldn't. This is like prime time right now, man. You know? So it says, prime time to show you how about Shem Shai that we believe in him, man. Okay? Verse 9. Behold, Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai will help me. Who is he that shall condemn me? Lo, they all shall wax old as a garment. The moth shall eat them up. See, these people, and it's funny how when you look back on things, and I'm only 23, but I was just kind of going back in my old pictures, high school, college pictures. I'm like, damn, it's 5 years already. The things I worried about 5 years ago, and it's like, well, we could say the same thing now, right? About the things we're going through now, I should say. In the future, 5 years from now, Lord willing, we'll be in the kingdom. If we're in the kingdom 5 years from now, we'll think back like, oh, the things I worried about. Those worries are going to be gone, man. So, continuing on, it says, who is among you that feareth Yahweh, that obeyeth the voice of his servant, that walketh in darkness, and hath no light? Let him trust in the name of Yahweh, Ba'Shem Shai, and stay upon his power. Now those who fear the Most High and obey the voice of his servant are going to be called out of that darkness. They're going to be drawn out from the multitude of people that don't know what the hell is going on and brought into the light. You see? Like Ephesians. You get that? Ephesians 4:17. This I say therefore, and testify in the Lord, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind, having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of the Most High through the ignorance that is in them, because of the blindness of their heart, who being past feeling have given themselves over to lasciviousness, to work all uncleanness and greediness. So Paul is exhorting the Israelites in Ephesus not to be like how we were when we was in the world, man, before we had the knowledge. Because we were really, quite honest, pieces of, I'll speak for myself, I was a piece of shit, man. I didn't know what to do. I don't know how to do right, man. I didn't know how to please the Lord. I didn't know how to call upon his name. He just had mercy upon me long enough to bring me into the truth. And so I'm grateful for that, man. I'm sure you brothers can agree. That's, they reminisce on the time that being back in the world, man. And so now that we called out of that, it's like, man, we gotta show our gratitude, And so let me go back here. And it says in verse 10 again, who is among you that feareth the Lord, that obeyeth the voice of his servant, that walketh in darkness and hath no light? Yeah, because before we came into the truth, we were walking in darkness. We didn't have the light. You see, but we feared the Lord, and we did the proper steps to get in this thing, man, to the best of our ability, wherever the Lord see fit. It says, let him trust in the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai and stay upon his power. Now it says, let him stay upon his power. Now that word stay in the Hebrew is sha'ain, okay, which means to lean on, or to lean upon, to rest on, and also to trust in, okay? And we trust in the Most High. We're leaning upon him. We are counting on him, man, to save us and deliver us, because we can't save ourselves. You see? But at least we're eligible for salvation. That's an excellent position to be in. Compared to Edomites, I wouldn't want to be in their position. Hey, so with that being said, man, we keep those things in mind, man. When we kind of going through some some trials, some tribulations, you know, let us be thankful, man. Let us be thankful. Let's see here. Second Corinthians. Just in 2 Corinthians. Second Corinthians 10 and let me see. Excuse me. 2 Corinthians 12 and 10. It says, "Therefore I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecutions, in distresses for Mashiach's sake. For when I am weak, then am I strong." And, you know, it's pretty self-explanatory, except for this last part. Now, when it says pleasure, like we would rather not go through tribulation. You know, obviously, according to the flesh, it feels uncomfortable. But when we see how beneficial it is to the spirit, then it makes sense. We understand why we're being reprimanded for the truth, man. Same thing why you chastise a child, to build up that character, so when he becomes a man, he operates according to the standard that's set. Okay, and it's the same thing going on right now. The wickedness that's in our flesh is being purged out, so that we can achieve something greater than where we're at right now. It says, "Therefore I take pleasure in infirmities and reproaches, in necessities." Okay, because the Apostle Paul said that dispensation of the gospel is committed unto him, which a dispensation is a duty or a stewardship or something that's been assigned to an individual for an administrative purpose. Okay. And an administrator is somebody who oversees the task at hand. Okay. And so it says, in persecutions and in distresses for Mashiach's sake, for the sake of Yahushua, we're going through these things. And so it says, "For when I am weak, then I am strong." When this flesh is weak, when we are vulnerable in the flesh, then we're made strong in the spirit, because we focus more on the spirit. You know, that's why if we focus all on the flesh all day, the spirit gets weak. We don't really get in tune, like we know, damn, I gotta, galvanize my spirit a little bit, and whatever we need to do, we do it to get there. And when we get there, we like, man, even though I may not feel too good in the flesh right now, I'm realizing my spirit is being built up. And so we renew our spirits day by day, ultimately to receive the kingdom. So just like as a reminder, I mean, most people aren't in this position, you know? So I'm going to finish off on Colossians. Most people don't know the Bible, man. You know, Colossians chapter 3 and 15. It says, "And let the peace of the Most High rule in your hearts, to the which also ye are ye are called in one body, and be ye thankful." So Paul is telling the Israelites here, it says to be thankful. Be thankful for what? Be thankful for this truth. Be thankful for everything that we have right now to be able to serve the Lord, including this knowledge. And so, I mean, really, that's really the main thing, man. You know, staying spiritual and being charitable towards one another. You know, not letting Satan, you know, poke at you and get to you, you know, and overcome. So really, that's the point. Lord willing, you brothers were edified with that. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.